everybody? It's Hoodrich, Bikelife, and we back at it again with another episode of the Factz of Life podcast. Right now, we on episode 6, and we reporting live from Paynes Park, Philadelphia. Today, I wanted to do something different and bring y'all to where, where we meet up at every time we ride in Philly, where all the ride outs are hosted from. Just kind of show y'all the energy here when nothing's going on, when it's just a regular day. We got some 20-inch BMXers, we got the scooter guys, we got the skateboarders, got the regular people just sitting around. So y'all gonna get to see what really goes on in Philly at the skate park. We've been out here for hours all day, catching vibes with people, connecting. We were just talking to my guy over there a little bit ago. So people gonna definitely know they can get busy in the back of this and just act normal while we're here. They know what's going on. But today's episode, I wanted to get into basically where I think focusing your energy is most important. Because for me, at the beginning, when I started my brand, it was kind of something that I had trouble with. I used to focus my energy a lot into trying to get people to see my vision, when instead I could have been spending that time just putting in the work to get it done on my own and really show people where this is going, instead of just sitting around basically feeling sorry for myself, sitting there crying, making excuses. Oh, this person don't want to invest, because if they invest, it would have been so much bigger by now. No, like, it don't matter. Just when you got a vision, it's not their vision, it's only yours. You gotta do what you gotta do to put in the work and make it happen. And for me, I think that was a big thing that took me off, was focusing my energy in the wrong places on seeing who could do what to help my brand grow, when instead my whole backbone of my brand was for me to grow my platform big enough so I could do stuff like this. I could come out, talk to y'all, have y'all listen, share my past experiences, show where I went wrong, the things I did right to get me where I'm at today, and go through all that. But without the platform and building myself and me doing all the footwork, it wouldn't have mattered. Anybody can have a bunch of money and put it into a brand and just have clothing for sale. But what do you do different that backs that up, that shows your individuality and why you do what you do and stuff like that? So I think for me, the most important part, was to focus your energy into your end goals. My end goal was for me to, like I said, grow my platform to be able to reach out to people. So I started the clothing brand. I was riding my bike. That's how I was getting around the certain group of individuals that I was trying to connect with, because it's a lot of inner city teens who is at where I'm at. When I started getting into trouble the first time, I caught my first case and got put on probation. I was skateboarding. And then, I stopped skateboarding. I was riding bikes. My bike got stolen. I used to do the dirt jumps. I had a nice 20-inch S&M dirt bike classic. I used to hit the dirt jumps, go crazy. And then, my bike got stolen. I was still into skateboard and all that. And then, once my bike got stolen, I got into selling drugs, being, hanging around the older crowd, all the people who I looked up to and thought was cool. And that got me sidetracked. And, I ended up going to jail, all that. Then basically I come home, fast forward. By the time I'm finally really done with this shit, see the kids riding the bikes. And I said, damn, this is a group of individuals I could reach out to, because they just, the kids who I've really seen, these same kids who were on these bikes, perfect examples. I'm not going to mention their names because they have nothing to do with what's going on, but I looked at them as, these are the kids that can go down the wrong path. They're coming from a broken home like I did. They got nothing but to come out here and ride their bike all day. And then, the second they start getting into thinking it's cool, oh, we gonna go get drunk on the weekend, party with all the girls and be smoking, and that's the cool thing to do. I know which path they can go down, so I know if I could, get them to stay on the bikes and know that with this raw talent they got, that they can really get ahead of the game right now, while all the other kids is partying, hanging out with the girls, while they're all being cool right now. You can be cool in a different way by getting on the bikes and just take what you're doing to a whole different level, and you can get the sponsorships like I got, deal with these bigger brands, start your own company, and by the time these kids come out of high school, maybe start going to college, stuff like that. Well, they're not going to be doing that with they, well, they're doing that. All the cool kids, all the kids who is nerds and lames, they going to be going to college, graduating, while all the kids who, you might have chose to hang around is going to jail, not having jobs, going around selling drugs, doing the dumb shit, getting in trouble. You can have the head start. By the time they be like, in my situation, I was 26 when I came home trying to get my life together. I'm out trying to find jobs. Shit, the same kids I'm in school with could have been the ones that employed me. Literally, I was working for a dude who went to my high school. I was in elementary school with his little brother. Dude's 2 years older than me, and I'm working for him. And God bless him for giving me the job and believing me, but I seen something bigger, and I left that $20 an hour job to do my own thing, and struggled a lot at first. And now, you know, I'm still struggling. I'm going to struggle every day because I'm going to keep investing in myself. Every time I get something, I'm going to put it right back out to invest it, whether it's back into my community, whether it's giving a kid a shirt to keep him out of trouble, whatever it is. I'm just going to keep investing every possible resource I come across into myself to make sure I make it in the end. And I know a lot of y'all can do that too. Right now, you might be a young kid. A lot of y'all watching this podcast is, you know, my Bikelife followers. So just know right now, if you got that idea on starting that brand, don't wait around. If you want to start your podcast, don't wait till you got the computer, the camera, this, that. We're literally filming off an iPhone right now, the same phone I walk around, do all my Instagram off. We took that, turned that into the camera. We just got a couple wireless mics over the past week because, you know, I have a lot of supporters that believe in me. I made the Factz of Life podcast t-shirts that, you know, y'all can purchase to show the support, which is how I got these mics, doing stuff like that. So at the end of the day, you can start with nothing. Don't use what you don't got as an excuse. Your resources is what's going to make you valuable. A thing that y'all really got to realize, I'm glad, you know, shout out to Malcolm, camera guy, at Honcho_Hugo. Go give him a follow, but he just said the mentality you gotta have to start your own brand, you gotta be very strong. You gotta be, if you wanna start your own brand, you gotta be willing to fail. You gotta know you're gonna fail. The more than know you're gonna fail, know the only reason you're not gonna fail is if you actually try it. You gotta accept failure from the beginning. You gotta know that you're gonna go through plenty of days where you wanna give up. Every successful brand, I can't say every single one, but 99% of every brand out there went through a lot of hardships and made it through it to really make it work. Because without hardships, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy to start a Bikelife clothing brand, everybody out here would have a Bikelife clothing brand. All my boys, top riders, they all got their merch. But to have a clothing brand is different because you have to really put all your energy into it. And me, I'm the type of person, all my energy goes into everything I do. Everything I do 100%. And that brings me to another valuable point. You gotta really make sure you know where you focusing your energy. That's what this whole thing is about. Don't try to do too many things at once. When you try to do too many things at once, it's gonna cause too much headache. You got too much to juggle. I literally started my brand to try, because with the end goal to bring y'all something like this podcast, because when I started in 2018, the first time not when I started, but when the first time I dealt with SE Bikes, they brought me out to New York for SE Bikes Life BMX Day, and I basically told Todd Lyons to get onto that bus. I just want to build my platform big enough for these kids to understand the things I've been through, and that working every day is cool, that, you know what I mean? Like, just that you can start your own business, that you don't have to be sucked into the street life and the drug dealing and the whole rapper lifestyle, the things they portray. You don't have to do all that. And over time, now we're literally over we're coming up on 4 years later, and I'm now just starting to bring y'all this podcast. So everything I'm doing goes together. That's why I can put 100% into everything, because as I put 100% into this podcast, that's bringing the value to my brand, Hoodrich Bike Life. This is doing for SE Bikes because I'm promoting them, and that's my biggest supporter since day one. They weren't my first sponsor, but they were the first person to come in and do something for me and to change my life since I started this brand. And when they sponsored me, they could have sponsored me as my personal Instagram account, because I had a personal Instagram that I was posting my riding videos, and I had the Instagram that everybody knows right now, Hoodrich Bike Life, that was a clothing brand that they sponsored me as that, so that gave me the biggest boost. So, you know, I'll forever be grateful for SE Bikes and just, you know, all my supporters, because without my supporters, I wouldn't be valid and valued by these brands working with me. And it's just great to be able to, you know, finally be able to have that voice for y'all to come out here and listen to me and just know, man, like, the people y'all hang around, the things that y'all might think is cool now, just take a second and think about that and think, is this where I want to focus my energy? Is this going to bring me value in the future, or is it only going to make sure I'm good for the moment? Because being good for the moment don't get you nowhere. When I used to do things for the moment, I was selling drugs. I could go do something real quick. I could go make a couple $100. You know what I mean? Like, it was just so much things I could do to make quick money, but the jail time came with it, being away from my family. Every time I came home, I had to start over. So just know everything that is good for the moment isn't good for you in the future. And if you really try to do something, do it for the future. Like, everything I'm doing, I just want the city of Philly so bad to calm down all the killing, all that, and people to work together more. Like, I came to the skate park today, been out here all day. All the people I talked to at the skate park, one of them rode a scooter, other ones on a skateboard. You know, a few of the kids came through on bikes. They ended up knowing me, talking to me a little bit, but it's just crazy. You can really come out here and connect with so many people, and just, the world don't gotta be this way. Everybody, it don't matter that y'all think y'all so different. Everybody, we got so much in common that we don't network and reach out to each other enough to really realize together we can make a change. Like, I might have been talking to the scooter guy because I see him out here so much. It was literally, I got here 10 in the morning. It's like 7 at night now. He out here, he left and came back. He lived in Jersey over the bridge. He left, came home. I'm still out here. You know what I mean? I thought he was sponsored just by the way he moves. He just loved to do what he do. And just, you know, you never know. Maybe I can help him out to push himself, to show people, because he said, I'm not sponsored. I'm 30 years old. He said, bro, I'm about to be 34. I'm sponsored by the biggest bike brand in the world. So you don't know. Maybe I can help him push push what I'm doing into the scooter community. You never know who you dealing with when you just have a simple conversation and try and get an understanding of the people and try to see the reasons they do what they do. You might be able to connect with them and change many more lives along the way and make it better for your kids and stuff like that. Yo, I need y'all to stop what y'all doing right now. I mean right now. Y'all gotta go check out hoodrichbikelife.com, because this episode of Factz of Life podcast, that's who sponsored it. So go check it out, grab some merch, show the support so we can keep running y'all these episodes, and so you can be the best dressed guy in bike life, man. Simple as that. How is being positive, like, how important is that? Like, your mental, just staying positive, how important is that to your future? And my answer to that, like, it's everything. Like, you gonna manifest the energy you put into this world. If you putting out bad vibes, you gonna catch bad vibes. You walk out on some F the world type stuff, you see somebody, you know, I could have a bad day and I'm like, man, F everybody, you know what I mean? And I'm riding my bike, somebody be looking at me. Automatically, I'm gonna say, yo, what's up? Is there a problem? The whole time he just liked my bike. You know what I mean? He might have seen me somewhere, thought I looked like somebody. I might have looked like his brother who got killed, and it just brought back something so crazy to him that you never know. So, like, the energy you put out is everything. Like, if y'all knew the stuff I'm really going through right now in my life, man, y'all wouldn't believe it. Y'all think I'm sitting here lying to y'all to try to make somebody feel sorry for me for some type of personal gain. But instead, I just come out here and just keep showing y'all working hard, don't give up, just keep putting out that positive energy, and the universe is going to return that. That's the motto I live by. You get what you put in. If you work hard, you going to get paid like you work hard. If you come to work and you slack off every day and you don't do what you need to do, you're going to get replaced by somebody who does. You know what I mean? Just everything you do is going to determine what you get back. I feel like with me, my motto always been give double what you expect in return. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if I do something for you, I want you to know, even though I might have gained something out of it, I want you to really feel like, damn, Hoodrich really looked out for me. I want to bring you so much value that not only I got what I got at the time, that the universe still owe me. And I'm going to get that good karma from doing what I did. I did so much bad years ago, and I don't even want to say bad. It was bad because I didn't think about nobody else and how it would affect them. I just thought about, oh, I need this right now. I could take that. Or just whatever my mentality was. It was just me against the world. As long as I was good, that's all that mattered. And now it's like, you just make sure everybody else good, and everybody else gonna make sure you good. So I think that's just the most important part, is just really focusing your energy into bringing what you want return. Treat people how you want to be treated. Put in the work you would want people to do if they was working for you. Is, you know, you gotta give respect to get respect. Another real important thing, patience, man. Patience is the most important thing. A lot of y'all watching this might think I made it. some of y'all might know my real situation and really know what's going on, but being patient is the key. You keep your head up, keep working, and stay patient, and good things gonna come to you. A lot of people had the opportunities that I'm in now, had way more talent than me. They might not have had my past experience, and nobody could ever bring you the value I'm bringing you, but what I'm telling you, there's people ahead of me. When it came to getting sponsored by SE Bikes, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't know I was working towards this. I wasn't grinding to get sponsored by SE Bikes. I just knew this bike company made it possible for me to reach these kids and do what I was doing. They just played a role in what I was doing, so I was never doing that to get sponsored by them. So like, I can't say I had to be patient with that, but you just keep working, bringing the value, and just keep working towards your goals. Good things are going to happen. Like I said, I wanted to reach people. I didn't want to be sponsored. What's the point of being sponsored? A lot of kids, they'd be like, oh, Hoodrich, will you sponsor me? And I say, serious question. Why do you want to be sponsored? And what value would you bring to the brand? And I'll tell you right now, 9 out of 10 kids can't answer that. And the other kids who do answer that, 9 out of 10 of them is just a white answer, just a straight nothing, just no value to it, just a straight, I don't know what word I'm looking for, just a bland, a generic answer. Most kids will give you a generic, oh, I just want to be sponsored because when I do that, then I can promote your stuff and people will buy your stuff because they see me wearing it. But it's like, I know I'm getting off topic, but if y'all in this position, I don't want to get into it and get off, but if you feel like that, ask yourself what you doing that when somebody sees you, they want to dress the way you dress, like you one of these big time rappers, or they want to do what you doing. So figure out the value you bring in and just work at it. Figure out your end goal. Your end goal should never be to, oh, I'm going to be sponsored by this company. Because why? For me, the answer was to give y'all what I'm giving y'all now. For y'all to hear my voice and know the things I went through and figure out ways to learn from all my mistakes. Because, man, I made a lot of mistakes in life. And if y'all can learn from them just by me, and I can help change my kids' life and create different opportunities for my kids growing up, then I'm with all the sacrifice and I'm with keep pushing this for however long it takes. Because until I'm dead, I didn't make it. Like, I'm never going to make it. Because my kids' kids need to make it, and their kids. Everybody with my last name and everybody that's around me working needs to make it. Until all the killings in Philly stopped and everybody I'm around has money and can maneuver the way they want, and didn't none of us make it. So just stay patient, keep working on your goals, and if you really believe you got what it takes to get something done, just keep pushing and figure out ways for you to make it on your own. Don't depend on nobody else. And if you feel like what you got is so good, then be patient. Another thing, along with being patient, setting goals is very important. You got to be patient with them. You got to know when you should set your next goal, how many goals you should set. For everybody, it's going to be different. Set as many goals as you want. You should set 1 million goals. Every day you should set goals. But you should know long-term goals and short-term goals, and your short-term goals should always play into your long-term goals. If I have a long-term goal of, I want my voice to be heard by the world so that people don't go through the things I'm going through, then what's the steps I got to take? For me, it was start my own clothing brand because the targeted audience I wanted to reach was kids riding bikes, because I rode bikes and skateboarded as a kid, and I'm in the same neighborhood seeing these kids, so I know what they're going into. So my short-term goal was that, okay, I'm going to start a clothing brand so I can be the guy to give them something to make them feel like what they're doing matters and they're being seen, and give them that encouragement. And then, stuff manifested off that. That started getting bigger. Then I got sponsored by SE. And then, your goals are always going to change over time, but just keep playing into your next goal, and then just keep setting little goals. Set a big goal that all right, in 5, like me, in 10 years, I want to be the biggest Bikelife brand out there. I want everybody who rides SE bikes or 29-inch bikes, BMX bikes, all that. If you ride bikes and do tricks on them, I want y'all to know who Hoodrich Bikelife is, and more than that, I want y'all to know why we started the brand, understand why it's named Hoodrich Bikelife, because it's about bringing my my community value, making my hood rich, making everybody around me, just creating opportunity so everybody around me can be in the spotlight, and that trickles off. You know, if I can make my camera guy so big that he can start shooting videos of kids and get them to the situation I'm in now, and just keep building people up. I think that is what it really comes down to. So I think you can never have too many goals, but just try to make your goals kind of stay on topic. I know, you know, with my podcast, you know, when I'm talking, I get to jumping off topic because I'm just so into what I say, and I believe it so much that I start talking about one thing and it just brings me there. But bro, just if you have goals, set them, and just don't go out at the end of your life regretting not trying something and wondering what could have been if you did this. If you got something you truly believe in, go do it. No, it's not going to be easy. If you want to, especially if you want to start a brand, it's going to be very hard. But if you truly believe that is what the people need, because it's not what you think is cool. If you really believe that's what the community needs and that they want to invest in it, because that's what they're doing. Every person who buys a shirt off me, you're investing into my brand. You're not just buying a shirt and wearing it. You're investing into the bigger picture. So just figure out what you want to do, set your big goal, and keep setting little individual goals, smaller goals that keep bringing you towards that bigger goal. And man, with that, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. You know, I feel like we talked about a lot. Might have jumped on and off topic, but hey, man, that's what y'all gonna get from these episodes. Ain't nothing scripted, ain't nothing written down. I come in not even really knowing exactly what I'm gonna talk about. I just get a small topic. Today I was talking about where to focus your energy. And, you know, y'all got all this, so I appreciate everybody who supports me, the people who believe in me, the people who've been watching me from day one build this up, the people who know, you know, where I came from, see where it's going, just everybody. Just please hit that like button, comment. I don't care what you comment. It helps the algorithm for YouTube, for more people to see the videos. Me widen the audience, can, you know, start working on getting more sponsors, closed environments, closed podcast studio, more camera equipment, just bringing y'all better quality audio, visuals, and just helping me, you know, keep these kids off the streets, on bikes, doing something positive. And for all the people that's not riding bikes, just, you know, give them some motivation and just know whatever you're doing. I don't care if you play video games, get on, start a stream, use your phone, use the resources y'all have and get something done instead of focusing on the resources y'all don't got and who can give them to y'all. And with that, we out.